And we got a kind of a funny one, peculiar, from Kate. She says, I was at the house where I grew up. So this is about childhood. This is such a common theme in dreams, healing issues around childhood. So this is what you've got to do. I looked outside and saw animals. One, I wasn't sure what it was at first, but it was a big buffalo with little horns. Then I saw a young buffalo frolicking and playing. So what do you think of buffalo? I don't know anything about buffalo except, that I've seen them on TV and there's silly songs about them. But the whole thing about animals, it's not generally what the animal is, although sometimes it is. It's usually where they are. And animals represent our own animal nature. And the dreams then are a reflection on that. So we have the small buffalo, a young buffalo frolicking and playing. So this is saying that's what you're meant to do. Just be like an animal on the planet. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. Then I realized one of the dogs was missing. So I went to the door and opened it. And I saw my dog called Guinness. That's a funny name for a dog. I guess he's black and white or cream and white. But so it's a dog missing is about missing an aspect of your animal instincts. And of course, we're all animals on an animal planet. We don't realize, we often think we're not animals. Humans are different. We're above the animals. We're not. We're an animal too. And humans have natural instincts, like how to get on, how to, like what's the way you should act, how to flirt, how to get into a relationship and so on. But a lot of people get caught up in their head because of conditioning they pick up from childhood, and they set conditions on various different aspects of their lives, or even can get so pulled away from our animal nature that we don't know how to act in certain situations. But dogs are very common in dreams, and when you see it in this context, like a missing dog, and then you're calling a dog later in the dream to come back, it's usually about sexual intimacy, or intimacy at least, and it being a natural thing and a natural desire that we have, and also that it's something that's built into us, rather than in our head. But anyway, not sure I'm describing it well. You say, realize one of the dogs was missing. We covered that. And you see Guinness laying down in the yard, and Bella, another dog of yours, to the right and further back. I call her and she comes quickly. There was another dog by Guinness. That one also came, but Guinness was moving slowly. There was a lioness that looked like it was a part tiger. It was also headed to the door. I was worried. All the other dogs had come in, but Guinness wasn't in yet, and the lioness was at the door. So I put my hand out onto her forehead and was holding it back so that Guinness could come in. I was worried that it was going to fight back, but it didn't. And Guinness came in, and I closed the door, and she called the title of the dream, Holding Back a Lioness. And of course, lionesses are about spiritual leadership. You're a spiritual leader. And of course, yes, you are holding it back, but you touch the lioness's forehead. So you're also an animal communicator. You were able to talk to people telepathically and to animals telepathically. And we've seen that often in dreams on the show. Usually you touch your forehead to their head, but you've got that ability. And you're holding your spiritual leadership back and calling in the dogs. And calling in the dogs was good. But Guinness, I'm assuming, is a black and white dog. So it's saying that you have this black and white view of things that is impacting you. You also say the lioness is part tiger. And tigers in dreams, because the color black and orange, are about career. So you're meant to use spiritual leadership in your career, but you're looking at things in a black and white way because of influences from childhood. But in this dream, you're doing something about that. It's positive. So this dream is kind of indicative of somebody who is working on themselves. So whatever you're doing, just keep doing it. And you're going to have another dream where you can let the lion into your life. But that's it. That's your dream. And thanks for sending it in. Thank you for watching this clip from the Dream Interpretation Podcast. If you want to hear the whole show, there's a link directly under this video. Please like and share with your friends, all of your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast at thedreaminterpretationpodcast.com. That's also where you can submit your dream to the show and have yours featured. You can also download my free dictionary that has thousands of symbols that will help you understand the meaning of your dreams. Thanks for listening.